Welcome. What's going on, guys? My name is Quenten Chad.
My name is Yovi,
And this is our story here. You gotta start this one, and I'll root it back to you.
Yeah. So basically, I never met Quenten. I actually met him. We have a mutual friend that Quenten met through Instagram. Shout out Splashman PB. He's into e-commerce, and so I connected with Splashman at first. We stayed in touch for a couple weeks, and then Quenten, how did you meet Splashman?
So wait, but it was only a couple weeks that you talked to him before?
I only knew him for a couple weeks, 2-3 months at the most, I think.
Oh wow, okay, that's cool. So what happened was I met Splashman through, I don't even know how to pronounce his name, man. His real name? Splashman. So I met Splashman through Instagram. It was the first Toronto entrepreneur person that I met in our niche, and I was like, wow, man, what's going on? We connected, and then basically we're like, hey, he was like, hey, you going to the Gary Vee event? I was like, no, but I am now. I bought my ticket. He kept telling me, oh, there's this guy named Yovi coming. He's a really good guy, did a whole bunch of stuff on Shopify. I'm like, down, let's meet him. Went to the Shopify event, met this guy at the Go station.
Yeah.
Connected that one time, went to the Gary Vee event and stuff like that. And then one was the penthouse.
Yeah. So we met at a Gary Vee event, and then we after that we all really connected well with each other, and we said, you know what, let's host a meetup. Let's host an entrepreneur, e-commerce, and marketing agency event for people trying to get into those things. And so we basically rented out a huge penthouse.
Dope ass place, a dope place.
Yeah, really cool penthouse, 52nd floor, I think. Quenten was there, I was there, and we had 10 other people there. And we just we had a really good vibe, me and Quenten.
Yeah, it was just a connection.
Yeah.
And, good vibes. And I remember I was how did you do? I was asking about his Shopify experience.
Yeah.
And then he asked me, I was at this point I was already starting my agency, and at one point I was bro, you're good at Facebook ads. I need help with Facebook ads for one of my clients. Don't have that client, but kind of pass on some information. And then you were kind of mentioning how you wanted to start your agency. You were doing it with Marco. Kind of went from there. We left the event. It was a weekend event, and then we kind of stayed in contact because it was hey, I'm gonna have to ask you some questions for one of my clients. We're gonna go on from there.
Yeah.
And then I was going at my agency on my own. You were going it out on your own. I was kind of building traction. I actually had a meeting landed, and I actually got someone to agree on to a trial. And at that point I was I need some help.
Yeah.
Let's set this up. And then from there, that's when we were kind of hey, you want to do this, right? That's kind of how it happened.
Yeah, no, the reason, and basically, I think what really got us to work together was I had a lot of experience with the back end, with Facebook ads and all the numbers and stuff. And Quenten is just a really personable dude. Yeah. He's a really nice guy, and you feel that right when you meet him. So that kind of really helps when you're trying to acquire clients and customers. So then we originally started where he's just kind of focusing on bringing them in, and then I'm kind of focusing on just dealing with and setting up the back end.
And it's kind of just gone up from there, because that's how it originally started. Was almost we were doing it, but there wasn't really any traction started or anything.
Yeah, first 3 weeks it was just nothing.
Or 2 or 3 weeks it was kind of it was a thing, but nothing was happening.
Yeah. We were putting in work, especially Quenten, lots of hours.
Went to meetings, but it was nothing happened, because we probably had 4 potential people.
Yeah.
3 of them flopped.
Yeah.
1 of them we got on. But then that's how it goes. But then it was April 3rd. That's when we opened up the Stripe account.
Yeah.
And that's when we signed our first one.
Yo! And Quenten, when did we start our agency?
March 24th, but we didn't get our first payment till April 2nd.
So we've created a $10,000 a month A $10,000, yes, a six-figure business in the span of 35 days.
Yeah, that was kind of like, what was that? That was probably like our third client or something, but it was April 3rd. We signed our first client. I guess, I didn't want to disclose numbers, but we showed our, like, got our first client on, and it was like, holy shit, Yovi, like, this is real.
Yeah.
Like, this is happening. Like,
Dude, I remember I was so excited. I woke up and he texted me, because we closed the client the night before, but he didn't actually pull out his credit card and pay us yet. So I'm like, look, I'm gonna go to bed. When I wake up, I really hope I get a message from you saying we closed them with the money in the Stripe account. And then I woke up and he sends me. I saw the message and I was so happy.
And it happened.
Yeah.
That's when it was like real, like official.
Yeah.
And then I'll be the first to admit, like, after that first client, like, nothing happened for what? Like, nothing happened for like 3 weeks.
2-3 weeks maybe, yeah.
And
yeah,
then it was the Thursday night. We closed one client.
The last week of April, right? So we closed the first client in like April 3rd or something. And then for 2-3 weeks we had nothing.
Nothing.
And then in the last week.
Yeah, last week we got one on Thursday that we had on a trial. Closed them on like a Thursday night after like a 45-minute phone call.
Yeah.
Got them. Then it was the Friday we closed our biggest client to date. And then on the Saturday, nothing happened, but on the Sunday, we closed our last client, which brought us to our goal for April.
Yeah.
I guess we can we say it? Do you want to say the numbers? I guess because it's kind of known.
I don't really care.
Well, like, yeah, but then in our first month, we pulled 10,000 gross, and we netted just over 9,400.
94,
Yeah. So yeah, that's when it's official, and now we're in.
And our goal was 10,000 at the beginning of April. We said, look, let's do 10,000 this month.
And we did. I think that's when it became real. When we set the goal and we pulled through literally at the last, like, honestly, the last deal we closed was April 30th.
It was, yeah, literally.
Like the day before our goal, and we pulled it, and then that's when we crossed the mark. And honestly, that to me, that was like, this is real.
Yeah.
Like, we're going up from here, and like I said, now we rented this place for a month, going to the UK in June, and then we're hopefully moving into a bigger place that's more of an office space, July sometime, and only up from there.
Yeah, but I mean, even at the end of the April, like when we crossed 10,000, we hit the goal. You were supposed to stay in the States for another 2 weeks, and we just said, look, like, Quenten, you got to get back here. Like, we got shit to deal with. We got clients to close.
Yeah, clients are closed, and now we're building the team. It's no longer just us. We got the full team, and I guess this is pretty good. Like, this is how we started. We can go more in depth later, but this is how we begun.
You just hard work, smart work, and you just do it.
And honestly, fucking pick up the phone.
Yeah,
like,
pick up the phone.
and don't take no for an answer. How many times? Those 3 people,
Yeah.
they were all saying no. We got them to say yes on the spot.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Anyways, that's a quick rundown of kind of how we got started and how we got to where we are. Obviously, we want to keep growing, but that's kind of our story. And
yeah, more to come from here. Like, we've been partnered for like a month. It's getting official as of like today. We're going to be incorporating and stuff, and it's only going up from here, and we expect to show you a cooler place.
Yeah, MTV Cribs or MTV Office tour soon.
All right. Peace out, guys.